Hello, everyone, and welcome to 11 Foot Pole, a tale of high adventure. My name is Glenn. I am the referee for this session as we are exploring Gavin Norman's The Incandescent Grottoes with our regular crew, minus our world traveling malcontent. He is dead to us. His name will not be spoken. His character will die in the first encounter. But I do have with me, coming to us from Elkhart, Indiana.
I'm Darren. I'm playing Karis, the third level hunter.
Coming to us from somewhere, where is that? Christiana that you are? Jason?
Crawfordsville.
No, Jason, where are you at?
Jason.
Seriously, Christian? Seriously? No. But I'm Jason. I'm playing the third level cleric.
What's his name?
Oh, Narith. Yeah, that's the guy.
All right. And joining us from 1972, from a kitchen in 1972, is...
I'm Matt. I'm playing Veritan the Elf.
He's joining us from when these rules were new and were actually the latest version of the game. So it's perfect. It's full circle. So I
Back when the game and the kitchen were both cutting edge.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. So I meant to create a new map for you guys. I'm sure I worked on it, and for some reason it's not. I can't find it. Did I put it in the chat? Let me check the chat real quick.
I don't remember seeing anything.
I have failed you. All right. If you do look in the chat, you will see the previous map.
This one, the previous one.
Yeah, shows the entry area where you guys came in. Area 3, where you saw a bunch of red and black mushrooms. Area 4, where you met with some dishonest kobolds. Then you went through there into these tunnels that were all black stone. And down that hallway, there were 5 rooms. You opened the door to, I think, 3 of them and checked them out. And as that encounter went on, Darren was like, I feel like what we're here looking for isn't here, and like in this hallway, and there's nothing but death and misery here. So why don't we move on? And everybody else was like, the hunter may be onto something. So you guys continued into Area 11, which is what you see represented here. Of course, there's the 3 of you. There is the once beloved Thorgus. There's Dankin, the foreman, and then there's Cornelius, Zaius, and Landon, the hirelings that are with you guys. You've got 2 doors here, and then there was a secret door between them, where you guys were fishing around and looking around. And we did a little bit of metagaming last session, because I told you guys how long. Who was unconscious? Thorgus, and who else? Matt, was it you?
Veritan.
Yeah.
Veritan.
Yeah. So I told you how long they were going to be unconscious for. And I trusted you with that information, and you just totally metagamed it. You were like, "Oh, well, if they're going to be awake in 4 hours, we'll wait right here for 4 hours, because we'll just mark it off on our torches and stuff." Although for all your characters know, you've got to get them back to Langston, and get them to a priest or whatever. But you guys decided to wait in this room, and I think something was approaching when we last left off. I think someone was on watch, and I was supposed to roll and see if there was a random encounter, right?
Glenn, we were tactically set up just a little different from that. We had pushed the 2 unconscious guys a little bit more to the bottom of the screen, to the side, no, the other end, to the side of that door. And then we had set up the halflings kind of flat against that door, able to use their ranged weapons to go down the hallway as things approach there. and then with Narith and I kind of in the front, ready to have as clear line of sight. And then the zombies that we killed and crumbled, their bones were still there.
Okay.
We were trying to see if there was a way to put a barrier in that hallway to kind of stack them in the way, so if something comes down that hallway, those bodies were between them and us to create kind of a little bit of cover.
That's a very good
But
memory, Darren.
We didn't want to touch them because of the gelatinous ooze that was a problem.
Yeah, that's the problem is they're covered in acid.
We use Thorgus's cloak. It'll be no big deal. Can we? Okay, so there's not an easy way to move them to put them into kind of a coverage place?
Yeah, just whatever you use to move them is going to you're probably going to have to throw it away. So yeah, you could use Thorgus's cloak or.
Well, we found that one cloak in the hidden room that we didn't think had any particular value, right?
There was a cloak in that in the secret room in area 12. Black silk embroidered with gold runes that read something in a magical script. Which, of course, you don't know what it is because the only person in your party that reads magical is sleeping.
Why don't we maybe move the bodies to the entrance of the door and leave them there, and that way whatever comes through takes acid damage?
I think it's a good idea. They'd have to crawl over the acidic corpses to get to us.
Behold.
Oh, nice.
Pile of bones,
nice.
Mini.
That's a rare moment where that may work for us. Yeah. Yeah, I would say without using the new cloak, because it may be a magic item, let's stash that. And then let's see if there's a way that we could use, tear off parts of our cloaks. If there's an easy way to move that to create a barrier for the wandering encounters while we wait for these guys to wake back up.
Yeah, I'll just make JP mark something off of his extensive equipment list that he has not transferred to the custom equipment sheet that I made for you guys, and he just is carrying it magically under his hat.
How about
his large travel shovel?
What'd you say there, Jason?
How about one of his languages?
Yeah. So the funny thing about that is, I think I said this, but I'm almost certain those are supposed to be languages that you can pick from if you get bonus languages and you're a dwarf. But if you read the way Gavin Norman worded it in the actual rule book, he doesn't make that explicit. It just says, these are your extra languages. And so it's like, well, we got to go with what Gavin says, right? I'm hoping to run into him at Gen Con and get him to do a little promo for our podcast or something.
Ambiguity goes to the players.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So, as you guys are waiting, maybe one of the halflings is like, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. I feel certain they're going to be back on their feet in about 3 hours and 45 minutes. Narith, you notice that the mumbling of the skull seems to get a little more urgent and kind of excited. And as it reaches a crescendo,
could possibly be good for us.
So Matt, you're going to be running all of the halflings. Basically just roll a d20 and add nothing for them because they're nobodies.
Because they're halflings.
Yeah.
They're not Frodo and they're not Sam.
So you're all trying to roll to see if you hear them, a hear sounds check. So I think you have to roll a 1 or a 2 on a d6. So everybody give me a d6 roll.
I got a 2.
All right.
Do I roll for each halfling?
No.
Oh, that's crap.
You seen the size of their ears?
Yeah, they did horrible.
All right, so Karis, your hunter's senses are the first one to pick up on the sound of shuffling footsteps approaching. And in the torchlight shining from your one torch, I guess I could turn these so you guys can kind of see them. In the torchlight from your one torch, you see a figure approaching down the hallway. And he steps into the light, and he's this kind of creepy, undead-looking gentleman, kind of wearing these monk's robes and shuffling towards you guys out of the darkness. I'm going to give you guys basically a surprise round, and then we'll roll for initiative. So basically, his action was to come shuffling out of the darkness. What do you guys do?
I can
Does
see
anyone
no
want
reason why not to shoot the hell out of him.
Does anyone want to move?
Am I seeing the board right? I mean, he's coming from the other side of where we piled the bones up, or
That is correct. Yes, he's coming into
So
the
he's
room
got
the same way you guys did,
Okay.
from the east.
JP, you have
west.
you have a sling or something, don't you? You have a sling?
I do, but I could also attempt to turn that thing.
Ooh. Yeah. Let's.
Yeah, as a bonus. I mean, that'd be that's a free move.
I can see no reason why making him run away from us would be a bad idea. I'm kind of in favor of it, actually.
So let me try to do that. Just as long as I'm on the other side of the bones, I feel good. Okay, so to do that means I got to roll a 1d6, right? And I got to get like a 5 or 6 on. Is that right?
Hold on. It's 2d6. It's 2d6, but it goes off during the spell phase of the round. All right, so you have to declare you're going to do it now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go off until the end. Okay?
Right. Okay.
So nobody's moving. Any missile attacks? I assume.
Yeah, I'm
Darren and all the gnomes are going to unleash their. Okay, gnomes. All the halflings.
Fiery rain of death. Yes.
All right, so Matt, you're going to roll a d20 4 times.
Wow.
And tell me if any of them are above a 16. And Darren, you're going to roll your attack.
I missed all 4.
Wow.
Jason, would you like to roll for Matt?
Nope, doesn't work like that.
I hit a 17.
Okay, all right, so you hit him. Roll your damage.
3.
And he's dead.
Nice.
The way for everything.
So
drinking.
these sling stones, or no, we were deciding they were like throwing darts, right? Because they're expert hurlers. So they're throwing these darts down there, and they're bouncing off the skeleton. Your arrow streams down, like cracks a rib, and bounces onto the ground. And Narith, the skull, starts laughing maniacally, like at last. All right.
What did he say?
At last.
At last. Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I know what I'm going to do.
Oh, boy.
I know what I'm going to do.
Okay,
Football
so
spike.
Cleric, page 22. Turn the undead. Clerics can invoke the power of their deity to repel undead monsters encountered. To turn the undead, the player rolls 2d6. Jason, roll 2d6. Mm-hmm.
A 4 and a
Jason,
1.
not Matt. Jason.
No. I got a 4 and a 1. I don't think it's good.
5.
That's what I'm.
Roll again.
The referee then consults the table opposite, comparing the roll against the HD of the type of monster encountered. And you got a 5?
Total, I guess, right?
Right. Yeah, you're always adding them together.
Oh.
And you're level 3?
Yeah.
Your faith has no effect on him.
Didn't think so.
That's not concerning at all.
Nah.
Hey, Darren, why don't you roll initiative and try to match a 6?
Ooh.
That's the 1 is not really so much matching, right?
That is correct, sir.
He still has to move.
So he
Is that
walks
the
up.
dude?
He steps in the acid. Oh, he fails the save.
Nice. Good thinking, Jason.
Burn him up. Burn him up. Burn him up.
He takes some damage.
Beggars can't be choosers at this point, right?
No.
I don't know.
And then, to practically no one's surprise, he focuses all his attacks on Narith.
Yeah.
I got
All of his attacks.
How many attacks does he have?
We'll find out.
2 claws and a bite.
Okay.
You say 2 claws and a bite? Like
I
3
did.
attacks?
First one's going to be a miss, a 13. 14.
Miss again.
16.
3 misses, baby.
All right. So this hideous walking cadaver, this dried out, kind of a dried out zombie sort of, is clawing at you, and just the stench of death coming from his breath, and his claws just look just rancid with disease and festering filth. And
Yep.
you manage to keep your shield up, and his claws are scratching against your shield and scratching against your armor and your helmet, and he doesn't manage to get through and infect you with disease. Are any of you guys
Sounds
going
like
to
my
move?
last date.
Say what?
Sounds like my last date.
Wow.
Sounds like an evening with Canyon.
Right. Yes.
We
Start thinking about it, and I get totally confused. Are any of you guys moving this round?
Glenn, based upon how fast we saw him move, do you think we could like retreat a little bit away from here and still get off one more round of ranged attacks? And then I guess he moved and attacked us this last round, so probably not.
He looks like he's got about the same move as you.
All right, Jason, so you say should we drop our ranged weapon? Well, can he try to turn again, or is that just a one shot?
Nope, he could try it every round if he wants to.
I forgot what the range is on that.
Well, he
Here's
just
what I
tried to
wanna
bite you, so you're pretty
He's
well
close.
in range.
Where's Dankin in this mess?
Isn't that him with the torch?
Yes.
Can I fall back to stand behind Dankin? And still do a turn or an action, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll get like a parting shot at you because he's like toe to toe with you. So if you back up, he'll get like a parting shot.
I don't know, Jason. With your armor class, he doesn't seem to be a tremendous threat to you.
No, but the thing is, he gets 3 attempts at me.
And he missed all 3.
Yeah, he's just saying eventually I'm going to roll a 20.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I think I'll take the provoked attack if I can get to Dankin, and then from that
20?
I'm going to stand behind you. Huh?
20? Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah. Did you really
Ha!
get 20?
Well, 20 total. I got a 16 on the die.
Uh-huh.
And I'm at +4. So it's 20 total.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You take a single point of damage.
That's what I'm talking about. All right.
But now you've got
So-
a disease.
Is this long thing that grows where your nose was?
And you
Yeah,
have to
that's
save. You have to save versus poison. So you're going to look on your character sheet where it says saves, see what the number is for poison, and then you have to roll that or better on a 20-sided die.
That's no fun.
No, it is not.
20 on the nose.
Oh, okay, you're fine.
Take that.
All right, and then you move back behind Dankin.
I'm going to move behind Dankin.
Uh-huh.
And, okay, so what's the order of now what happens here?
Well, are you
now
trying to cast a spell? Because you have to announce that at the beginning. Are you going to try to turn him again?
I think it's
I
our
really-
best bet.
I will do that one more time, and then I'm going to
Okay.
do what I'm going to do. All right, so, so that's 2d6, right?
Well, when the spell casting
With
part comes around.
Right now,
All
the
right, so
attack.
ranged attacks.
Right now, the distance weapon.
Right,
Yeah.
ranged attacks. Matt,
And
roll up those
distance.
halflings.
And what do I have to get?
New dice?
Was it 16 or 14?
A 16. Darren, what are you doing?
You got to get a 16 to hit?
Yeah, I got a 20.
Hey,
got
there
a
you
20,
go.
The rest missed.
Roll
it's a
2d4.
D4,
Roll 2d4 because you got a critical hit. Add them together. Tell me
on,
what you
Matt.
got.
Come on, Matt.
Oh, I got 6 times. It's 6. I got
Okay,
2 3s.
excellent.
6 with a dart. Pretty impressive.
That's pretty good,
That's
yeah.
a good shot.
With 1 dart. If the other 3 would have hit, that'd have been nice.
Of course,
He
you have
is-
thrown 8 darts.
He is bloodied. Darren, everybody's waiting on you.
I'm trying to decide if I should just go into drop my bow and go right into melee. I do a little bit more damage with the sword.
But he is bloodied, and you don't want to get hit 3 times.
That's true.
But if I well, I guess I didn't do it in the movement phase, didn't I? I didn't move in the movement phase.
Uh-oh.
So he's closest
you
to
didn't.
you right now.
Well, he took the parting shot at
Right.
JP or Jason, so he's still close. I guess I'll drop my bow and swing. Clearly, I could hit him with my sword from here, Glenn. Right?
No, you got to move up to him. You're 5 feet away from him.
But
But I'll let you go back. I'll let you go back. I'll let you go back and do that since you were hemming and hawing and taking forever and holding up the whole podcast and everything that's ever happened.
Really? What was?
Yes.
Sorry,
Okay.
my bad. I got a 17. Does that hit? Was it 16?
Yeah. Yeah. 17 hits. Yeah.
And with the sword, because I get the strength bonus with the sword,
You do.
so 6.
Woo! That's as much as
do
the
it?
halfling did by throwing a dart through its skull.
It doesn't sound as impressive when you say it that way.
That was a championship shot from old Cornelius. He was really feeling his oats. All right, and then Jason.
Oh, is this still alive?
Yeah, of course it's still alive.
I thought you hit it. All right, I'm going to attempt to turn it.
Roll two
Did
d6.
what are you saying?
I got 4 total. How's that?
Worse. That's worse.
You're,
Is how that is. That's worse.
You're going to need to really say some Hail Marys, go to the church, volunteer
Yeah.
for Habitat for Humanity, something, because Ezra is
Behind-
not with you.
That's why I'm standing behind Dankin. And I would love to see Dankin get killed while John is away. So
Very, very heroic.
All right.
And Veritan sleeping through
Have
the
y'all
storm.
say what?
Veritan sleeping through the storm.
Oh yeah, it's like a baby, sucking his thumb. Everything's great. All right. Have y'all seen the original movie, Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser?
Absolutely.
been a minute.
There's this scene where the mummy opens his mouth and his jaw just opens an incredible distance, and all these locusts fly out.
Mm-hmm.
He does that. He turns to Darren and he gives him this horrific roar, and all these locusts and stinging insects fly out of his mouth at Darren and actually at everybody. He turns his head and these things come flying out. Everybody needs to make a save versus paralyzation.
What?
Save versus
This
paralysis.
is the third one. That's the paralysis petrification.
Yes.
Well, this ain't.
Save versus paralysis. So, Matt, they need to make a 15 each to try to save. You need to roll a 15 or better for each of them.
I failed on all four.
I
I was feeling good because I was looking at Veritan. I passed on his.
needed a 14 and got a 14.
Okay. Jason.
Not me.
Oh,
Nope,
God.
not me.
Oh, shit, man.
That's
All right.
I got two 14s, but that doesn't do any good for my guys.
All of the halflings and your faithless cleric scream like little 13-year-old girls. They give out
Okay.
terrified, high-pitched screams, and they all take off running. And there's nowhere to run. Veritan, you drop your mace. He drops his torch. You guys run over here. These guys run over here. They're all begging and cowering. And this guy turns and looks directly at the unafraid Karis and decides you've lived long enough.
That's a generous description of Karis right now.
Right. Who won initiative? Me?
You did. You had a 6.
Okay. All right.
I got a 5.
No, I just did my action. So you guys get to take your action, right? I won initiative.
Oh,
I just used my fear ability. So all of them get to try to save again at the end of their turn. So the only person who can act this round is Karis.
14 plus 2, 16.
So you're swinging your sword at him?
I'm open to other suggestions, guys.
I just want to know. You just need to tell us before you roll what you're doing.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's use my sword.
Okay. That hits.
I don't know that there's... Is there better options?
How much damage you do?
Nope. On 6.
4 and 2, 6.
Woo! He's super bad hurt. His skin is all ripped off on the left side of his face. One of his arms got broke off by that sword stroke. He's super bad hurt. He's barely skeletoning on. Let's roll for initiative in the next round.
Come
Come on, Darren. Oh.
Match my 6.
I got a 6.
Hey!
I got a 6.
Roll again. I got a 5.
I got a 6.
Oh, you lying. You're a lying dog. But I'm going to let it go this time.
No, wait, no.
Okay.
Come on, Darren. It's all you.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I just scared you guys. So at the end of your all's turn, you get to act. No. That was last round. You guys are going first. So at the end of this turn, you get to try to save again. I'm so confused.
But does that?
No,
So-
okay. You guys should have gotten to save before we rolled initiative. Darren attacked, then you guys would get to save, then we roll initiative. So roll initiative, roll your save again. Jason and Matt, you're trying to get
Nope.
your number. Say what?
No, sir.
I got 2 saves and 2 non-saves.
Okay. Okay, so you got 2 halflings that are back in the fight, and the rest of you guys are still cowering. Okay, so then this round begins. Darren.
I think I'm just going to keep swinging at him.
He's almost dead. Do you hit?
Does a 14 hit?
Not quite. So close. So close. And yet,
Come
Matt.
on, halflings.
Matt,
Come on, halflings.
you can
They
finish
both
this
missed.
thing.
They both missed.
It's like you're not even trying. Are you rolling D10s? Do you have cursed dice? Have you? I mean,
First dice. That's what it is.
okay. And then the people who are still scared get to roll their save again.
Why
So
again?
because
Another
it's the
round.
next
What do you
round.
care?
It's the next
No,
round.
I can roll again.
Darren, one initiative
Roll
for
it,
you
get back in the
guys.
fight.
Oh, 17, baby.
All right, so you're unscared. Matt?
Nope.
Okay.
Matt, we may have Glenn roll for you because I don't know that it could go a lot worse.
All right. Suddenly, this whole area
Oh, no.
is shrouded in darkness. The torch is laying on the ground just outside the area. So those of you outside the area can still see. But Darren, you're suddenly shrouded in complete blackness.
Excellent.
Hey, Darren, why don't you roll initiative for the next round?
I would if I could find my die in this darkness. 3.
Whoops. Whoa. It's a 5. Anyway.
All right. Who
All
wants
right.
to live forever?
I'd like to make it through one adventure.
Veotan, I'm sorry, Narith, you see this unnatural darkness there, right where your hunter friend was fighting this thing, and then out of the darkness, like coming out of a dark hallway or something, comes this revenant, both hands reached out trying to put an end to your life. But instead, it's going to attack you 3 times. I'm at +4. A 10.
Attacking who?
You. All I want is your blood. A 6. And a 9. It scratches at you helplessly. And is anybody
On your
moving
armor.
this round on your team?
That would have made a hell of a noise no farther than I am, Glenn. Can I move towards that noise where I just heard the ghoulie thing go?
You certainly can. You come out right next to the Revenant. Does anybody else want to move?
How close is that thing to me anyway?
It's right next to you. It's scratching at you.
Oh, can I move without drawing an attack of opportunity?
No, you may not.
All right.
Just hit it.
Yeah, just leave me there.
All
You and
right.
I both hit him, JP or Jason. We should be able to get this done.
what else do the halflings have as weapons besides their distance weapon? Well, the one guy's too close to use his distance weapon. So, do they have a dagger or anything?
Sure. Yeah.
I think the more we
Okay.
keep them at a distance, because they're one claw attack from being dead. They're probably what 3-4 hit points each.
Yes. Just roll your
Yeah,
attacks. See if you can kill
Sorry.
him. Jason, roll your attack.
Think about it.
I've got one distance attack coming, right?
Go for it.
Or can I hit him? I didn't know if I could hit him with everybody else surrounding him.
That's going to be a miss.
Mine too.
Darren,
That's a 19, baby.
you're holding it too low, but I believe you.
I threw it back in.
That's all right. Roll your damage. Come on.
5 and 2, 7.
That's got to do it.
It was a 3.
Nice.
So, Glenn, can I ask you,
He collapses into a pile of bones.
is there a connection between that thing and my my sassy little skull I've got?
Roll a d20. Roll a d20 and get either your intelligence or your wisdom. Get less than either your intelligence or wisdom.
Less than either my intelligence. Yeah, here's my fat rolls, right?
Right, yeah, now you're rolling 20s, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Less than my intelligence or wisdom.
Just one roll. I'm just saying whichever is higher. You see what I'm saying? What'd you roll?
Yeah. My wisdom is actually 16 plus 2.
No, the plus 2 is just the modifier.
So I tied it.
You got it. You rolled a 16?
Yeah.
Or you rolled an 18?
No, I rolled a 16.
Okay. Yes. Oddly, you think that maybe the chanting of the skull and the way he gleefully laughed and said "at last" when this thing came down the hallway, something tells you maybe the skull is responsible somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Naroth is going to be responsible somehow for some other actions here.
Wait,
So
do you think that thing is summoning these guys? If so, someone is outliving their usefulness.
I think so. I think so.
Return me to the Weald of Bozrah, or suffer the consequences.
He's awfully lippy these days, isn't he?
What was
To be
that
fair,
creature
he
called?
does kind of say the same thing.
What'd you say, Matt?
What was that creature called that everybody else just killed?
It's a Revenant.
Okay.
And is there XP for said Revenant?
Yes, there is. So he's worth 600 XP.
Wow.
You've got about 400
2,
people.
3, 4, 5, 6 people fought him. So you each get 100 experience points. Matt, your elf is not counted in that.
Yeah.
All right. So just a sidebar there. I agree. I think he's outlived his usefulness, and I think he's more a liability now if he's going to behave this way than he was before. So I'm all for smashing him in.
You will regret it. Do that and you will regret it. You will never be free from my curse.
I'm not saying that out loud. How would he know I'm going to do that? I'm going to like, look at him, and I'm going to turn him and face him, looking at the wall.
See if you can make him a deal, Jason. See if you can make him a deal that if he stops summoning this crap, we'll go to the Hole of the Oak right after this.
Yeah, pinky swear. All right, that's it. Are we good with that? We'll make him this deal.
Go now, or face my wrath.
Damn it, I'm just not that kind of person. Okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the skull out. Is there something like kind of tabletop or somewhere? Anything?
A tablecloth?
A tabletop.
Tabletop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to set them down. I'm going to turn them. Look the other way. What's that coming over there? And then I'm going to pull out my mace, and I'm going to smash. I'm going to try to smash them.
I'm going to stand back.
I'm asleep. I'm good.
I'm going to stand over there by.
How many times I gotta roll to hit him? How many times I got to roll to hit him?
That depends on what your first roll is.
2 misses.
All right, so you start wailing on the skull with your mace, and it's like cracking a little bit. A couple chips come flying off of it, but you don't kill it in one hit.
5 misses.
Okay, all right. He psychically contacts you. He's like, wait. All right. I agree to your terms. Immediately after you complete your quest in this dungeon, you must return me to the Weald of Bozrah. Do I have your word?
Now we're talking again. All right.
Can we have immediately include Mr. Skull Dude that we can go back and resupply in town and head out for there?
No, you must. It's one hex over. You don't need to go inside. You just need to drop my skull in the hole.
All right.
Oh, all right.
We have bully ball you into the dungeon. Got it.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think that the whole skull thing is a problem. Like, I think we should throw him into the hole, and we're not gonna like him regardless.
You think carrying around the evil skull in the backpack has been a problem?
Jason, he removes the penalty to your charisma and intelligence.
Now I'm so much smarter.
But he doesn't reinstate the bonus. He just puts you back where you were when you first met him.
Okay. All right. We got a deal. All right. I said,
all right. Let's get back into formation in case anything else starts coming down this hallway.
Right. Matt, how many more torches do you have?
I've got 5.
All right. Mark off 4 of them while they are waiting an hour for you guys to wake up. Or waiting 4 hours for you guys to wake up.
Okay, down to 1.
I've got torches. We're fine.
I got torches too.
All right. Time passes.
Why weren't we using Thorgus's torches?
Well played, Matthew. So we basically got to go into through those 2 doors, right? That's the next move.
Oh, there's 2 whole hallways that you didn't explore back in the second room.
Yeah, but those skeleton dudes, they were guarding this area as kind of their master's bedroom, right?
Right.
I mean, if there's treasure, that seems like a good place to look for it.
You guys are looking for the dragon's den, which is supposed to be, you think, underwater or in some kind of watery
flooded
place.
Cave.
Yeah, flooded cave.
And you guys failed to save on some sort of paralyzation or strobing light or some crap, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's why they're laying there.
And so the condition is paralyzed?
No,
Or-
they're basically unconscious. They're basically asleep but can't be woken. So a coma.
Okay.
So I guess
Darren,
it's up to you.
roll a d12
Sorry, go
for
ahead.
me. Roll a d12 for me.
2.
Not good.
He said that's good, right?
I said
so
not good, but
while you guys are waiting, Darren, you're standing there, glancing down the hall occasionally and picking your teeth and all this stuff. Just above your head, this green mushroom, about the size of a finger, like pops out of the wall between two stones, and it's kind of like. What do you do?
Well, that sounds shaky as hell.
Mm-hmm. Is it like listening?
I don't know that we've looked. If we look up at the ceiling, is there anything we can see through there?
No, it's just old stone. It's this black. This part of the dungeon is all made out of this mysterious pockmarked black stone. And that's what you see above you.
Yeah, I don't have any desire to go near that thing.
Mm-mm.
No, that feels like the kind of thing that summons you over, and then his big friend drops on you from above.
So eventually it quits waggling around and it just kind of hangs there limp. You just ignore it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Eventually your friends wake up. If you want to call them that. Eventually the others wake up.
So what do you think? The thing behind these doors, if it's the bedroom to the demon guy who lives here, it's a side quest. It's pulling us off. That's not going to be the dragon's den back there, right?
that's true. Right.
But I mean, we've come this far. Do you want to see what's behind there and see if we could get some extra treasure through that, or do you want to double back and see if we can get down to the waterlogged den of the dragon?
Am I awake yet?
Yeah, you said
you guys just woke up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're this close. We can at least take a peek.
Yeah. When does that ever come to harm, right? Just stick our head in there. See. What do you think, Jason? Should we go take a look since we're this far?
I think unless we're planning on, if we take a look, take some damage, does that turn us around? Would we want to progress towards the dragon thing if we were to take damage at this moment?
Is anybody really hurt so far?
Nobody's really not.
No, I
Matt?
slept
Okay.
well, thanks.
That's feeling well rested. glad we could let you take a nap while we fought the Revenant. So what do you think, Jason? Left or right door?
I'm a lefty.
All right, good enough.
All right.
So
So
was
the
Sheldon.
doors have
No.
a
Leonard.
what?
So was Leonard. Never mind.
Well, it doesn't have to be chosen. What's up?
They
You were
have
asking a question.
both doors in the center have a brass sort of plaque with an eye icon. Legally distinct from the Eye of Sauron. Totally not that eye.
Well, that's something.
Jason,
Yeah.
we don't want to see that.
Oh,
Is
what,
it
what am I
like?
doing?
Is it,
Read the other screen.
your last text got confused, Matt.
Not bad.
Uh,
Let's see.
Glenn, is it? We took 2 necklaces off of the skeleton
You did.
guards. Would either of them have something that might work as a key into that eye?
It's not a lock or anything like that. It's just an emblem. You open the door with no problem.
Oh, okay.
So beyond, the walls and ceiling are of this same black stone. I assume since Darren said he's opening the door, he's in front, naturally.
Is that what we said? I was pretty sure Veritan wanted to go in front. Weren't we, Matt?
No, it was Thorgus, right? Everybody agrees Thorgus.
Thorgus, I'm sorry. Thorgus. Yeah, Thorgus in his plate mail wants to go in front.
Yeah. He thinks he's the leader of this group.
That's right.
The walls and ceiling are still made out of this black stone, but the floor is tiled with purple tiles. And they interlock to form this swirling pattern, like you're looking at smoke or clouds or something. So the floor is all tiled with this interlocking pattern. And Darren, you see that the hallway goes down about 40 feet and then it kind of curves this way. You see that it curves to the left. So do you bravely follow Thorgus down the down the tunnel?
What do you guys think? Might as well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
All right. Let's see here.
Thorgus is crazy quiet this episode for some reason.
Yeah, it's a welcome change, isn't it?
It's almost less stress, I have to say.
Right?
Well, he was asleep with me for 4 hours.
Oh, I'm just waking up from my rest. But you guys don't get very far down
With me.
You guys don't get very far down the hallway when something comes squelching around that bend in the thing.
The hell is that?
It's a big blob of tar with a couple eyes, and a few nipples, and it comes around the corner. And all of the eyes turn towards you, and all of the nipples get rock hard. And I'm afraid you have to roll for initiative.
That's a scream.
Darren, beat a 3.
4.
All right. What do you... does anyone want to move?
It's not towards it.
Definitely not.
If there ever was a thing to set on fire, isn't it this thing?
I was thinking the same thing. I wonder if it's made of tar or if it'll burn.
That's interesting. But I also wonder if it's made of tar. Would it absorb a melee weapon attack?
Right.
All the better reason to throw some fire at it.
Yeah.
How far is it, Glenn?
It's about 20 feet away from Thorgus, about 25 feet away from you. This is Thorgus, this is Darren, this is Matt.
Yeah.
This is Jason.
Am I better to just try and light a second torch and throw it than I am to try and figure a way that we turn an arrow into a flaming arrow?
Either one is going to take, making a flaming arrow would take considerable work. Even like getting out a torch would involve, taking off your backpack and whatever else. Now you could just you could yell, Dankin, throw me the torch. You could do that and then hurl it at it.
Then we'll all be in the dark.
Yeah.
Light another one while
Well, you don't care. You're an elf.
Could maybe you 4 halflings get another torch ready? If we're standing between you and the monster, any chance you could get another torch kind of handy?
All right, it's not exactly in my contract, but I suppose I could pull one of my torches out.
It's that, or you
Does
get
anyone
up front. These are your
does
choices.
anyone have a flask of lamp oil in their equipment list?
I do, actually.
Thorgus
I got-
has.
Oh, does he?
Okay,
Thorgus is the pantry, man.
that is awesome.
All right, you guys want initiative. What are you guys gonna do? Give me a decision.
Let's go with that fire thing.
Glenn, your thinking was if we took Thorgus's oil and chucked it down there and then threw the torch at it?
Yeah, something like that. I'm just asking if anybody, the classic is the old flask of oil. I didn't know if anybody had a torch and had like a flask of oil, handy.
Maybe he's thinking Molotov cocktail.
That's going to take us time to do. If we just chuck the oil down there and it broke and then threw a torch at it, you're going to have probably a quicker reaction. Let's try that.
That's one move from 2 people, right?
Yeah.
And
Do we have?
If we miss, even the breaking on the floor would maybe be enough that we could still hit it with fire.
Okay, let's have Thorgus Glenn throw his oil at it since he's in front anyway.
All right.
And then have him chuck the oil. Do you want to have him throw it? It may not break if it hits the critter. Do you want to have him
break in front of him or at it?
Oh, he does an expert toss where it flies down there, it breaks, it splashes up against the blob as it's approaching you guys. It's just a throw of genius. It's dude perfect throw.
That was unexpected. All right,
Darren, what are you doing?
Is the torch back with Dankin?
Yeah, it's all the way back here.
Matt, can you get that and throw it?
You've seen my rolls.
Wait, well, you're due, man. You're totally due.
That's right. Yeah, you're due for a good roll.
Make a great. If Thorgus, you make a good roll. You're due.
All right, I'll get the torch.
Okay, so
from Dankin and
these 2 halflings are working on lighting another torch. This one hands you the torch. Like you have your bow and your arrow. You hold that in one hand. You reach over. You grab the torch.
And I throw it.
Huh? Why aren't you like you bump a cigarette off another cigarette? Why aren't we bumping that torch with that torch that's already lit?
Because everything is happening in the space of just a few seconds.
Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no time. Jason, I think you still need to plug your headphones in. I think that's why your voice cuts out so much.
We'll see. I've got them. Let me see.
Okay. All right, Matt. I can tell from your face what you rolled.
Yeah. What was my target roll?
Just like a 10.
Figures. I got a 9.
Does that include your dex bonus?
Oh. No, I got a +1 dex bonus.
Hey!
Holy shit, man.
All right.
For the hair, your chinny chin chin.
That's right.
Matt,
good thing I didn't shave this morning.
Roll 2d6 and add them together.
Oh, that's pretty impressive. 2d6.
9.
That's pretty respectable.
All right. So this thing catches on fire, and several nipples are blackened, several eyes pop. But to your horror, it sklooges up the walls and just kind of goes over the fire and keeps coming towards you. What will happen next? What will happen next to our doughty heroes? Can they survive in the temple of the faceless one, or will they be slime chow? Tune in next time to find out what happens on 11-foot pole.